Hi, it's Sherri from A Quilting Life, and I'm here today with the October Block of the Month video. And I'm super excited about this one. It's a really fun take on a log cabin block, and I have a lot of tips and tricks to share with you today. Okay, so let me walk through some of the tips and tricks for this month's block with you. First of all, I just love this block. I think it's super fun to have the friendship star in the center of the log cabin. I think this would be a really fun quilt, just to make an entire quilt of these. For my Happy Days version, I used 3 different low volume prints for the light side of the log cabin. And then I used, the gray, the aqua, and the navy. You could make it more colorful, add in some red or the coral, whatever you wanted to do. You could even do 3 different navies, 3 different aquas, 3 different grays. There's really a lot of options for this one. For this one, I just I cut all the strips and I just really checked my 1/4 inch seam allowance, and it went together really well. When you press, you always press out to the log cabin layer that you've just most recently added. So that's something for you to know when you're pressing. Okay, when I went to make the small block, just a few things. These little friendship squares are very, very tiny in the 6-inch block, friendship stars. I used the 1/2 inch triangle paper from Primitive Gatherings to make those. It just helped make it more accurate. These little strips are also pretty narrow, and I really wondered how to approach my fabric with this Christmas one. I finally settled on the green star. I did 3 different reds for my dark log cabin strips, and then I did 3 different lights, and I kind of made sure that 2 of them had green in it so that it would add a little bit more balance to the block and add the green. But I also thought, if there are some of you that really don't want to mess with these little tiny pieces, if you're making the 6-inch block, you can just substitute a square piece of fabric. And so I went ahead and made an extra block because this is such a great size. You can always use this for like a little mug rug or coaster. It's kind of right in between coaster and mug rug size. So I will find a way to use this. Or this would also be a really cute little pillow just to put in a bowl or set on a shelf. So I went ahead and made another block just to show you, you do have another option if you don't want to make that tiny little friendship star. But I'm also going to give you another way to assemble this block, because I actually started a 3rd block and I just really wasn't happy with how it was coming out. And I don't know, maybe I was too much in a hurry, but then I realized, oh, I can use my 6-inch Creative Grids log cabin block for this, because the center, whether you use the square or the friendship star, it's the same size that they use for this ruler for the center unit. And so I ended up using my 6-inch log cabin trim tool to make both of these blocks, and just kind of quit working on the other one. I actually had this star in the center of it, and I salvaged my center. So this is just a really great option. I love this tool. I'll put a link to it. One note though, if you are going to use this, you will need to cut your strip pieces at 1.5 inches wide instead of what is listed on the pattern. So if you're thinking about using the log cabin trim tool, do not cut your light and dark strip pieces according to the pattern. Make sure that you cut them at 1.5 inches wide And the lengths will also end up just a little bit differently because the block gets bigger and then you trim it, and it gets bigger and you trim it. And we actually have a video on how to use this ruler as well, so we will link that video for you, because I believe I go step by step in how to add the rows and then do the trimming. I show the trimming in the video, so that will be really helpful for you if you decide to use this ruler. So just a couple of options. You're definitely probably going to want to use this triangle paper if you're doing that little friendship star, and I highly recommend the trim tool ruler for these 6-inch blocks. It just makes them so accurate and so straight. Okay, that's it for the October 2021 Quilt Block of the Month. This one was a really fun one. I hope you'll enjoy making it as well. And all we have left now are the November and December blocks. I'm actually going to get those finished up real soon here and get my quilt put together and quilted and everything, so that I'll be able to show you that in early December. Remember that you can find all of the links for everything that we talked about today in the description below, and head over to the blog for the free PDF pattern. If you enjoyed today's video, please share it with a friend, hit the like button, and we would love it if you'd subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Thanks so much for stopping by.